Good evening and thanks for joining us. At this time last week, we had temperatures in the lower to middle 70s. We had a taste of fall. It was so close, but temperatures are now in the 90s. We have hit our 5th day in a row of temperatures above 90. And they're not going anywhere anytime soon. It's a very humid, very muggy air mass in place. We have a quiet cold front slowly starting to sag south right now. It's not going to bring any rain chances, might bring a little cloud coverage and bring in slightly more pleasant conditions for this evening and for tomorrow morning. It's still 91 degrees in Branson. We've got dew points sitting in the middle 60s. It's 91 in Springfield, 91 in West Plains, and 90 down in Mountain Home. We've got dew points sitting in the upper 60s and lower 70s. A very muggy, very soupy air mass in place. Lots of reds and oranges on the muggy meter. And through the evening, we'll start to feel just a little bit more pleasant as this cold front continues to sag south. We'll push some of the humidity down. So overnight tonight, we'll have a nice evening with temperatures in the middle 60s, dew points in the 50s. But by tomorrow morning, that cold front's going to retreat out and the humidity is going to come back. Otherwise, it's quiet. We're really just focused on the temperatures being in the 90s for at least the next several days. So through the rest of the evening, temperatures will continue to drop into the 60s. By tomorrow morning, temperatures in the middle 60s, a couple of lower 60s, especially in our northern counties, and a little more pleasant in the morning. But by the afternoon, the sunshine comes back. Temperatures will top off again in the upper 80s and lower 90s with humidity values increasing again and feel like temperatures tomorrow afternoon in the middle 90s. By Sunday morning, temperatures will be back in the lower 70s for our morning lows. Our feel like forecast again tomorrow. It looks like for much of the area, especially to our south and west, is where our feel like temperatures will be just a little bit more oppressive than the rest of the Ozarks, but still going to feel very sticky and very humid. And we're going to keep the summery conditions through the weekend and check it out into the beginning of next week. 90s across the board. Let's talk about the tropics. We've got a couple of areas of interest, but of course eyes are still on Hurricane Dorian, which did make landfall off the coast of North Carolina earlier today, earlier today. Still a Category 1 hurricane with winds now at 90 miles per hour. Good news is it's finally moving northeast at 24 miles per hour, so it is racing up the East Coast. Will continue to push up the East Coast through tonight, through the weekend, and into the beginning of next week, with tropical storm watches in effect for parts of the Massachusetts coast and up through Maine as well. For Friday night football, going to be a very humid evening. Lots of sunshine and temperatures sitting in the 80s, middle 80s through 7 o'clock. And through the games, temperatures will stay in the lower 80s and maybe a couple of upper 50s. Tomorrow, hot and humid once again. Lots of sunshine and temperatures in the 90s. Cannot stress that enough. Look at the 7-day forecast. We've got 90s across the board, still summery, hot and humid, staying hot and humid through the middle and toward the end of next week. Some good news. It looks like that we'll have a front come in. Our pattern will slowly start to break down Thursday, and then through the day on Friday, it looks like a front will push through and maybe a chance of some showers and storms, and temperatures just a little bit cooler in the middle 80s.
See, this is what I was saying, that my friends back in Michigan are going to the cider mills with jackets on. And
yeah, with temperatures in like the 50s, and here we are in the 90s.
That's right. But there's some of you that may be happy about that, so yeah. We're just not one of them.
No.
Anyway, Viewers Club number.
The number tonight is 137-454, and our jackpot sits at $400. Awesome.